Hey everyone, welcome back to the bench for the first build log on, that's right, Dean's baby, the 1966 Chevy Impala, AMT's 125th scale. A lot going to go on with this one. First, I'm not a car guy. I don't usually do cars. I know I've done tanks, I know I've done half tracks, but I'm more into starships, spaceships, sci-fi, and then military vehicles. Yes, I know I've done the tanks and the half tracks, but I do like doing planes, helicopters, stuff like that. So I've built cars before, not my forte, but a dear friend wants this, so I'm going to build it. And I'm going to be adding things to it. I'm going to add lighting, and I'm going to learn how to make hinges for the trunk and the hood, hopefully. But I've never, like I said, I've done lighting on starships and stuff, but not, and on planes, but I've not done it for a vehicle. So I'm looking forward to learning how to do that. And yes, I got the board from Ralph at 10 Controls. Thank you. That he is, 10 Controls is just awesome, guys. I love their product. So every chance I can get to get something from them, I will. I try to, do that. But also, don't think JJ Enterprise is not going to get done. I'm still waiting on things to come in. And as soon as I get everything, then I'm going to finish up the JJ Enterprise because, yes, I want to get her done. But to keep myself from going crazy while waiting, I'm going to start on this. So, welcome to my channel. If you're new to the channel, click on the subscribe button, click on the bell, and every time I upload a video, you will be notified. And as always, thank you to my new subscribers, thank you to my fellow subscribers who've been with me over the last couple of years, and really appreciate it. But as always, if you have a question on how I'm doing a build, a question on how I'm doing this or doing that, please leave it in the comment section. I also respond to, hey Buck, heck of a job, hey Buck, awesome, or hey Buck, what the heck were you thinking, have you tried this yet? And trust me, I love getting critiques on my technique on some things because you guys know a lot more on certain things than I do. But, that it is. So I'm going to go salt the door, get the window salted, get the devil's traps moved around because, they're going to hate me building this. So, with that, let's get to the Impala. Well, good Monday afternoon and welcome to build week 1 on the Supernatural Chevy Impala, since I'm still waiting on things to come in to help finish the Enterprise. And yes, one, I really don't like doing cars, but hey, I'm going to make the best of it. So, got a lot of pre-building and painting done on stuff I needed to do, so let me show you. So there's the engine and the interior, and then slide it very nice and slow down. On the bottom, haven't done much on this except the trunk. Radiator is ready to go, and the insides, and this is what this looks like after I painted it with chrome silver. Now it looks good. It's not as shiny flat as the molded stuff comes in, but hey, it is what it is. I like it. So basically, you guys, I'm trying to get as much of the build out of the way because I'm gonna light this, and I gotta get certain things put into certain places so I know what room I got to work with. But what I did, like I said, I went ahead and built the engine, got it weathered, got everything painted and ready to go, got it all in place. And then I did the same thing, painted and then weathered down the underneath, tried to make it, I know Dean took very good care of his baby, but you drive so many miles, underneath not going to do well. So, like I said, I painted the muffler and exhaust pipes straight up steel, and then weathered it down with, to me, a black panel line accent. And once that dried, I also weathered it down with the Tamiya brown panel accent to help give it a little more dust. And then I dry brushed some aluminum and effects on to give that mustard look. So the fun part, why like I said, I'm not really fond of things because the instructions are really weird, and I'm looking at them going, okay, all right, why do you do this? Because this right here, the radiator, It's supposed to be put in after all the body, but then you gotta work it in. You gotta do things. So I'm learning as I go. So don't take offense. I do. I do enjoy models and challenges, and like I said, I don't build many cars, so this is a great challenge. So with that, guys, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to finish getting the sides on, and I got to put one little clear piece, but there's baby's dashboard. I painted, and then inside there, that is a decal, but that salvo set it, and where I put it, let me see if I can, there we go, see if you can get it formed up to the detail inside of it, so that looks awesome. So the only thing I got to put on there is the plastic front, and then get this all put together and start getting it ready. And the other thing, and then I need to, once I get all this pre-building done and painting done, I got to do scratch build, because I got to do out the trunk, and I got stuff to put in the trunk. But I also need to figure out how I'm going to put the lighting board. And this is the great T.B.I lighting board for this. So my idea was hopefully I can put it, just get this glued in here, and then because with the side panels I can run, and the side of the car right here, it's going to be kind of like, oh, let me get this in the right direction here. It's going to be like this. So I have room to run the wiring I need to and have it hid. But the thing is, I got to figure out how to do that, because I've never lived a car. Starships are and other things and are easier to me to do than trying to figure this out. But I will figure it out. But honestly, this is where I want to put the board, and then I'm going to group the switch and then figure out how to run the rest of the wiring. But I'll get that figured out. But that's what I'm planning on, and I will take any and all helpful advice on the best way to wire a car up for lighting, because like I said, I usually do aircraft, military, or starships and space fighters. So with that, fun. So I'm going to get back to work on this, get this finished up. And oh, the other thing I don't like about cars is, honestly, that thing, it's in there and it's in the right way, I think, but I just don't like how far it sits, but that's me. If you guys have an awesome hint to actually get this to where that rim actually looks like it's fitting flush to the tire better, I will definitely take that too, because like I said, I'm not a big proponent on building these guys, and I don't know all the little ifs, ands, and tricks. But with that said, I'm going to get back to this, and I'll show you when I get this stuff done. So I'll be back. Well, good Tuesday morning, and work continues. I got the radiator in. I've got all, like I said, all the insides done. And let me zoom out a bit. Now I'm going to start working on doing the computer board, getting it all mounted. And what I'm planning to do is mount it here, and then start trailing the wires that I need to go this way, and then the ones I need to go back here. And also be able to take care of it so I can have the trunk open. So it's a learning process. But I'm going to run, and I'm going to keep the switch with it. And I want to try to run it with the battery, make it easier, so if the person, my friend that I'm building this for, she wants to show it off, they can pick it up and look at it underneath and all that. But first thing I got to do is at least get the computer board mounted, and then the switch, and then start working on running things and getting the trunk in, because I have to not only build a board over this and this back wall, but then I got to do the weapons thing and then the part over it. And I'm also working and learning how to do a trunk, and what I'm going to do to be able to just be able to raise the hood and put it back down. Now, I've looked at a lot of things, and a lot of it takes hinges, but especially with this one, I'm not going to have the hinge space, because the firewall's right here, and so I'm going to think of something where I can put it here and be able just to raise it and lower it. So I have to figure that out. I'll have to come up with something. So that's the big part today. And once I'm figuring out, get all this done, then I'm going to try to finish getting the main body painted, so that's done and out of the way. I have also went ahead and got my clear piece maker already in, the glue, the Micro Mask or my Model Masters glue. Had to use a lot, so that's going to take at least another day, maybe even more, to dry and get good to go so I can take a look at it. But that's the plan. So when I get this laid out and done, I will come back and I will show you. So off to work I go, guys. Okay, guys. Well, at least I got the board in. And then when I get the trunk built, I'm going to mount the battery in like so. I'll have to figure that out. Like I said, I want to keep it. I know it's going to show some things, but I'm going to have enough in the trunk that's going to stay busy that you'll forget the battery. And then I ran the front lights and the directional left side. The orange is the main power source, and this is the right and left side, right side and back, right front and back directionals. This is left front back directionals. The green is the actual front lights, which will be fine, but I wanted to make sure, because I can run the extra wire that I need to go to the orange for everything, I can run it back into here, but I wanted to make sure I had enough so I could hide the wire and not go crazy here, because when it's done, I'm going to try to have the wire, I'm going to leave it loose until I get everything ready to go, and then I'm going to mount it up under here to help try to hide it. But that's where we're going. So next thing I can do is I got to start building the bottom and then start working on doing the inside of the trunk. And once I get that done, I'll know exactly how much, a little bit of space I got so I can build the hinge to this. Now the other thing I was thinking, because the trunk's designed just to pop off, I'm trying to decide whether or not to have it mounted and hinged up or not. I'm still working on that, but I'll get to that when I get to that. But now that the board's in, I don't have to worry about anything hitting it, falling on it, messing with it, or I move it too much or something. But yeah, so I got to do the bottom here, and then I got to do the back wall and keep going from there. So I'm going to keep working on it, guys, and I'll be back when I have more done. So see you in a bit. Well, lunch is done and I'm getting back to work. So let me show you. I've gotten everything glued down in a way that I want, so now I can start getting this built up the way I need to. And gotten everything around glued down, and I've already got templates ready. I got very thin styrene that I made the templates out of. I want to make it just a little bit thicker for this to hold the weight of the wires and the things that I'm going to have to do and build on it. And I got to go get rid of all the gluey webs. But next I got to finish masking off, and the first thing I wanted to paint on this is all the chrome pieces. Those are going to be a lot easier to tape off than painting the whole thing black and then trying to cover up all that paint. So I'm going to do the chrome pieces first, and then I'll start painting this. It's black. So that's what I'm working on, and when I get it all masked up, I'll let you see it, and then I'll get to painting. So I'll see you when I see you. Alright, masking is done, and kind of want to show you, like I said, this is why I'm going to do the chrome first, because when this all gets dry and done, this will be easier to mask off and paint the black than, oh my god, if I decided to do the black first and then came to the chrome, and that's a lot of masking tape to try to do on black paint. Sorry guys, let me zoom out here a little bit. So everything and it's pretty easy how I did this. No mask. I just took my Tamiya masking tape and I laid it down, and then I took a toothpick. And the great thing about this kit, though really about the only good thing about this kit, is you got good definition lines. So I masked over, and then I took it and then I just ran it, and very lightly took my X-Acto knife, and gotta do a little bit more trimming here, and then just kind of like so, guys. Just very easy. And I'm not saying you know, I did a pretty good masking job. I know there'll probably be touch-ups, but hey, it's better than the alternative. If I painted it black and that paint was, I loved it, and then boom, I started peeling off, because that does happen. But something I'm going to do different that I didn't do on these guys, because I like using acrylic or all-clad metal paints. I love them, but I'm not doing that because it's too windy to take everything outside. It's like 50 miles an hour right now, and the gusts are up to 60, 70, so I'm just staying away from outside if I have to. But I chose a semi-gloss black. This is, to me, X18 that I was going to do the body in, but I'm going to try like I did with the all-clads, and I'm going to go ahead and spray it with the gloss black, let that dry, and then come back and spray it with my chrome silver and see if that does a little bit better than some of what happened. Learning step. But hey, I'm going to get on to that, and when I get this all done and get the chrome done, I will be back and I will show you guys. So off to paint I go. Good Wednesday morning and back to work. So I went ahead and I actually gloss sprayed the trim that I did, and I'm definitely going to have to do some touch up, but that's a good thing. So the reason I gloss is because I'm putting the tape over it again, because I'm going to start working on the body. But give you guys a good look at that. Let's see if I can, there we go, try to get, so that's the next step. And I've gotten the trunk started to work out, and that's one of the things I want to do, but I want to get this done to a point so I can start working on the lighting, because I got to start getting that done. And the clear glue I used, the cement, the window maker, is doing really well, and let that keep drying. Hopefully it should clear up more, because when you do use quite a bit of clear cement, sometimes it'll stay cloudy for a couple of days as it's setting and drying. But one of the things I did want to show you, sometimes when you paint, you'll get something like that. Paint builds up, crazy stuff like that. So what I would do, and what I am going to do, is I do have an extra fine sanding stick, and I'm just going to buff that out. I'm not going to get real aggressive with it, but I want to sand out that little issue right there. And that happens. And yeah, you'll have to deal with it. But that's the fun part. So I'm going to get this ready to go, and I'll show you when I get ready to go, and then on to paint. So I'll see you guys when I get that done. Alright, there we go. All the chrome, let me zoom out a little bit since I had to be so wide. All the chrome now is masked off. And like I said, I will probably have to do some touch-ups on it, but I'm not that worried, because I still got to do the door handles. So when I do the touch-ups, that'll be awesome. And the other thing I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the interior. And this is going to be flat black, and then I'll do other different hose colors into here and give it a little weathering. And then I'll mask it off and do my semi-gloss black to give that a little bit of a shine. So, but yep, there we go, guys. So getting there. And then, like I said, once I get pretty much the paint and everything taken care of, then I'm going to start working with the hood and the trunk and getting all the lighting and things figured out. But I want to get the paint and everything done so I can get these guys on and see exactly what I need to do for the lighting. But with these guys, I know I'm not going to be able to put them on and then put this down, because yeah, it's kind of crazy. But I just want to see what I need to do, because I'm going to do light boxes for some of this and go from there. But hey, with that, guys, I'm going to get to painting, and when I get her all done and unmasked, I will show you guys what I got. So I'll be back. Well, happy Thursday afternoon, and welcome to the messy bench. I've been doing touch-ups. I got quite a few to do, but this is the outside. And I've been working on those. I started this morning, and I just kept making one mistake after another, so I stopped, went and played a video game, and did that for a while. So, working on getting the touch-ups done. I redone the silver and doing a little bit more, letting it dry, and then doing some more. And then like I said, I had to fix these, but got this going. And I went to my hobby store and I got stuff to start making the trunks. Let me zoom that out a little bit, show you guys, so I can start making those hinges. Like I said, I'm trying to get all the painting done right now, try to get it all to that point, because I need to be able to put this on here so I can see what I need to do. I mean, this is gonna, it's a pretty quick build. Shouldn't take me at least, I should be finished with this hopefully next week. Got an email from Ralph today, and he's found the issue on the board, but because it's a long weekend, which I understand, he'll start looking at when they get back to the shop next week, so no worries there. And still haven't got the decals from my friend over the pond yet, but hey, you know, stuff from overseas can take forever. So I'm going to keep working on this. And, sorry about that. Once I get happy with where I'm at on the paint and start getting this measured out and getting ready, I'm going to start working on the lighting and getting that going. But right now, I just want to try to get as much done with the paint and get the paint protected. And so when I mess with it, I'm not scratching it up. But hey, guys, not too shabby. So with that, I got, like I said, I'm doing more painting. I had to start work here. I had to paint the inside of that line black. And I got to start working on this guy. I went with the panel line accent, and for the most part, he did really well. So I think I might just, I think I'm going to be happy with that. But I need to get the light, the turn signal lights that I did in, get that painted, and then start working on that. But like I said, I got to finish doing some touch-ups here. But hey, for the most part, it's getting there. So with that, I'm going to get back to work, and when I get more done, you'll be the first to know. So, see you soon. Well, good Friday morning and back to work. And yes, I'm in my outside studio today because there's some things I'm working on. So please forgive if you hear anything going by because I'm out in my garage. But I got most of the detail painting I wanted to get done. Let's see if I can keep it in camera. There's just a couple more touch-ups I need to do, but all in all, I'm very happy. And I've used the gloss clear on a lot of things, and I thought that would be great. But here with the car, I tried satin clear, and I think it turned it out so much better. I like more the look. So like I said, I got some touch-ups still to do, but that's the good thing about clear satin gloss, whatever. It helps find those little things you're doing. But the other thing I'm doing is I took the rims out, and I started wearing these. I saw this on YouTube, and so I started weathering the tires a little bit, give them so they're not looking like this brand new bugger, but looks like it's actually been driven on the road. So let me show you how that what I found out and what I learned. So have a drill. I got a piece from the toolbox. Oh, let me get in camera. Got a piece from the toolbox, and I zoom out, and all I do is I just fit the tire on like so it's, you know, it doesn't overstretch it. And then I got I got some sandpaper, and this is 320 grit, and I like it. But the thing you want to do is don't be aggressive, but all I did was I just turn the drill on, and sometimes you might be easier too if you hold it in your hand. But what I'm trying to do is, you see that right there, guys. This is that middle seam, and I want to try to get as much of that down as I can without losing too much of the tread on the tires. But the great thing about this is it definitely gets them weathered. Looks like they've been on the road. And as if we all know, the Impala has spent a lot of time on the road. So that's one thing I'm working on out here. And then I went and got some small brass tube and rod, and I'm starting to work on getting the hinge done. First time I've ever done it, so But we're gonna go. Then I'm gonna get that done. So that's what I'm working on right now for the day. So let me get back and I'll get these things taken care of, and I'll show you what it looks like. See you in a bit. All right, I've got pretty much things done in the garage I need to. So, like I said, I'm going to be learning how to do these hinges. So I've cut 4 tubes, 4 rods, and then the tubing that the rod will go into that I'm going to go to the trunk. I still have to figure out how to do the hood, because the problem with the hood is I got the firewall. And I'm just not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I'll figure it out. Also, the tires are now weathered. They look used. They look, you know, roadworthy and like they've been on the road. And yes, there's the dust, but yeah. So now I'm going to get everything back inside the studio and start playing around with hinges and see if I can get one done up today, and I will show you guys. So with that, I'm going to grab some lunch after I take these in, and when I get back, we'll get back to work. Alright, lunch is done, and get a little more work done before I need to start putting the video together. So welcome back to the messy bench. But something I did find out, these are the rims. I did find that I went ahead and put them together, because when I first put them in the tire, I put them in separate pieces, kind of followed the instruction with that, but it wasn't doing what I wanted. So, putting them together, and I test fit, and let's see, just there we go. Yeah, you gotta kind of play with it, but it seems to, hold on a second, so there. That is a much better fit after putting them together than putting them in separate. So if you do build this kit, guys, there's that one thing. And yes, I've got all the little pieces, so I need to rewatch the video on how I'm going to make sure I bend this right. And when I got the practice down, I will share with you guys. So let me get working on the hinge, and hopefully I'll have something to show you real soon. Alright, well, I got one done, and I'm actually kind of happy with it, because where I'm going to mount it in here is kind of like right about here. Sorry, it's shaky, guys. But I'm going to mount it right under there, and then, because the way I did it right, yeah. So there. So, yeah, I still got to get it fixed, and I definitely will show you that. But yeah, so it'll be able to go up and come down. Now, the other question I got to ask is, I'm probably going to go ahead and do the same thing for the front, but I got to get it long enough to go here, and then I got to drill a little bit, right here on the corner where the hood's going to actually lay, to make sure I got enough room that when it does come down, because I'm going to have to I'm going to have to measure, I'm going to have to try out, but I'll be able to open it like that, and hopefully, because yeah, I'm putting that pipe in, I'm probably going to have to take this and this out, because I'm going to just try to run it up through this, and I'll do that. If it doesn't work, I'll just putty back over it and fix it up. But that's the plan, because I want to put that other rod right here. So I've already tested, I've already put that in, even with the craziness of the wires. So I need to remeasure, because the tubes that I did do are just not big enough, because I need them to go almost, you see where those, where those little corners are, right there where I'm pointing, that's where I want it to end up. I want those to be the brace where it's gonna, where that's gonna sit and turn. Sorry, let me see if I can get that. There we go. So that's where it's at. So with that, guys, I'm going to do a little bit more, and then I'm going to get the video on. So next week, we'll hopefully be able to get everything for the body done, and get things for the lighting started, and get the trunk and hood finished to where I can put them on when I'm done. But with that, guys, I want to wish you guys all a very, very happy Friday. Have an awesome weekend. Have a great week next week, and I'll see you on the bench. Computer,